Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, we are going to look at our champion in the sale. Eigo desu. Soredewa ikimashou. So let's get going. This is the 5th year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book, Stop Wasting Money on Training, in Japanese, Training de okane o muda ni suru no wa yamemashou, is now available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 308. Today, we're talking about protecting our champion in the sale. Usually, we meet our contact in the company through a cold call or referral or networking, and we sit down and we have a talk about the needs of the organization. If we're doing a professional job, we will have explained what we do, mentioned a client we've done work for, and the success they've achieved a result. We will then suggest that maybe we could do the same for this company too, but in order to know if that is possible or not, we ask if we can ask a few questions. Once we've received their permission to ask questions, we can go deep on the issues facing the company, and they will tell us. In the next stage, we will start suggesting solutions which are matched to their needs, or we will say, we are not a match, and go and find a client who is. At this point, it sometimes comes out that our contact in the company is all in favour of fixing the issue, but they are being hamstrung by others in the organisation. This could be line managers or senior executives further up the chain. In Japanese organisations, there will be multiple decision makers. Each division which will be impacted by the buying decision will conduct their own due diligence, see what it will mean for them. As each section head clears the decision, they put their seal on the proposal document, and it will move up to the next level to the division head. The executive committee will review the division head's approval of the decision, and then it becomes official and things can start happening. That is a tremendous number of people involved in the decision, and the person we are sitting across from is just one individual in the chain of command who may or may not even have the ability to put their seal on the piece of paper. As salespeople, we may never meet anyone else inside the decision-making system, and we rely on this person to help us steer agreement through the machine. The trust built with our contact that we are sincere about helping them is critical. We have to make sure they are confident, we are credible and reliable to do what we say we are going to do. If things go badly, it makes them look bad and may negatively impact their movement upwards within their own organisation. I was selling mobile telephone antennas. These are steel towers in Japan being sourced from Australia. We were able to install them for 30% of what the local suppliers were able to offer. It was a first for imported steel towers, so there was a lot of complication. The company I was selling to was a joint venture, The people came from various shareholding companies into the organisation. Some of them brought their preferred local suppliers with them, so it was a battle to get the Australian towers through the decision-making process. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is being brought to you by, on the 14th of October, we'll be doing Winning with Relationship Selling. Brilliant program. Really, you need to have the ability to good communication, obviously, good sales technique, obviously, but also those human relation skills to build a trust with the buyer. That's critical. This course really nails all of that together. On the 22nd of October, we're doing our flagship course, Dale Carnegie course. You can only get it here, folks. Brilliant program. Maybe you are looking to expand your comfort zone, to strive for things bigger and better. Maybe you are stressed and you want to reduce that. Maybe you want to be a better leader. Maybe you want to be a better communicator. Maybe you want to have better human relation skills. This is the course for you. On the 2nd of November, we'll be doing high-impact presentations. The main modules delivered over 2 days. Come in one end, go out the other end over those 2 days. Unbelievable change. Unbelievable change. Because the whole 2 days is one-on-one coaching. That's it. You got 2 coaches operating at the same time. We've got video review of everything. Tremendous amount of coaching in this program. That's why we get the results we get, and they are phenomenal results. On the 7th of November, we'll be doing Confident English. Now, there are plenty of Japanese staff working for foreign multinationals here, and they say, okay, the language of the office is English, great. But when they get into the meetings with the VIPs from outside Japan or calls to colleagues overseas, no. They become wallflowers. They just disappear. They just disappear completely from sight. Don't hear from them. They don't speak up. They don't speak up because they're terrified, making a mistake. They don't have the confidence. They haven't got any presence in the room. They do speak up, they get ignored. All the foreigners talk over the top of them. They can't hold their own. This is the course to teach them how to do all of those things. Hold your own, speak up, have presence, say things which people take note of, and build a Japan brand within the organization. Very important program. Check out our website, www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. Welcome back. My champions fought hard and managed to get the deal done. This was even in the face of the local supplier Dango, or cartel group, banding together to try to undercut the import pricing to destroy the deal. Their idea was to drive the Australian suppliers out of the market so they could put the prices back up to what they were before. Fortunately, the buyers saw through this strategy and wanted to permanently change the supply chain to substantially reduce the cost. The first few deliveries went well, until the Australian side thought they would switch production to Malaysia to save money. Then the quality problems started. And in the end, the business stopped completely. And the Australians were out of the market forever. It had a negative impact on my champions inside the company, who I know had fought so hard for the deal. I saw that promising business end, and my relationship with the champions was in tatters. It taught me a valuable lesson about mutual responsibilities and reputation. On our side, we had let everyone down and the trust was destroyed. My name was mud. When we're dealing with the contact inside the company, who we are hoping to make our champion, help us navigate this deal through the buyer organization to get an agreement, we have to keep in mind the risk we are bringing to them. My champion inside the buyer organization got burnt when supply failed to meet expectations and the contract was torn up. I don't know how they finally fared because they wouldn't talk to me anymore, which I took for a very, very bad sign. It wasn't my decision to use Malaysia for production, but that is not how the champion looks at it. I'm their guy, and I failed them. So in their eyes, I bear all the responsibility for this deal and how it eventuates. I still feel bad about what happened because we're talking about people's careers here. The point is, we need to find our champion, protect them, take care of them, and make this deal a winner for them within their own organization. If we start with this in mind, we will make the right decisions and our personal brand will also be protected in the marketplace. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today. Use it and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.